Evidently, your decision to contact Rishi Sunak and withdraw your consent to be governed stemmed from your belief that agreeing to citizenship and shouldering various financial obligations implied consent to government rule. In Sexton's viewpoint, by paying for utilities, taxes, insurance, and other expenses, you had, in essence, consented to governance through tacit agreement. However, your recent poorly drafted notice of withdrawal, which holds no legal weight, has caused significant concern for Rishi Sunak. In one of his speeches, he expressed apprehension about potentially losing the people's consent. Coincidentally, this development even made headlines on Sky News, marking it as a noteworthy achievement. Furthermore, the September 23 march, which seen a lower turnout than expected and involved multiple simultaneous protests, received prominent coverage in the Sunday Mirror, featuring Fifi's image prominently. This stands in stark contrast to the lack of media attention received by other massive marches involving millions of people in 2020-21. Curiously, many of the legal documents individuals are sending to assert their rights have been rejected, while this particular one, devoid of substance, has gained substantial traction. The underlying psychological operation here seems to be an attempt to convince you that everything you submit to your MP, along with the failed protest and your messages on tennis balls, is having an impact. While it may not be effective in challenging the system in a court of law, it is undeniably influencing the Sexton and Fifi movement. In this regard, you are making a difference now, even if you weren't before. Now, let's revisit the concept of consent through financial contributions. It is argued that we have been thrust into a fraudulent system without our true consent, deceived into paying for things we never truly agreed to through contracts that were never willingly signed. Rather, we were compelled to register everything under threat of fines or imprisonment, which could be considered blackmail rather than genuine consent. The system's pervasive corruption makes it challenging to combat, as it is seemingly operated by criminals. This, in essence, amounts to fraud. Once fraud is established, it is claimed that it nullifies all subsequent obligations. No one can impose a legal obligation on another without clear and provable evidence of consent to that obligation. At present, it is suggested that the public is being manipulated in a large-scale psychological operation within another psychological operation. The goal is to make you believe that the notice you sent to Rishi has had an impact. They require your support and compliance with their paperwork and marches to perpetuate the illusion. This is all in service of introducing an interim government led by Andrew Bridgen, whom Sexton characterizes as a narcissist, under the guise of restoring democracy. In reality, it means the charade continues, with the criminal elements in government continuing to govern without your true consent, while you still bear the burden of all your bills and taxes, whether you agree or not.